Uzumaki was originally announced in 2019 and was supposed to come out in 2020 before being delayed over 3 times throughout the years. It is one of the few anime projects who almost got completely decimated by the global pandemic. In this video, I'm going to go over what really happened to this ghost of an adaptation and why I believe that it has the potential of revolutionizing the anime industry completely. Now, in case you've never heard of it, Uzumaki is originally a manga created by popular author Junji Ito. The story follows a couple who live in a town in the countryside, and as days go on, things start getting weirder and weirder. And I'm going to stop there because I'm not trying to give out much information, mainly because it's a very short read and the anime will have only 4 episodes at the end of the day, so you can easily spoil someone with any bit of information. Now, going over the author himself, Junji Ito is a horror writer who is a very popular icon in Japan, but also overseas quite a bit. While the majority of the anime adapting his work are not considered that successful, he is generally known for his manga because of the really eerie and haunting artwork. You see, while researching for this video, I realized how most fans just have no faith in his works being adapted, and to be fair, looking at his artwork, it's pretty hard to replicate that in an anime. But despite this, one of his most popular works, if not his most popular work, Uzumaki, has been set to be adapted a couple of years back and is still in production as we speak. Regarding the anime, we got an almost 3-minute first look and 2 teasers, one of which was released along with an apology from the director himself, but we are going to go more in depth into that later. These teasers are basically the reason why I decided to make this video in the first place, because there is a very unique visual approach that is being taken here, mainly because of the monotone color palette. It's something that not only adds to the aesthetic, but it also fits the content of the manga perfectly. You see, we talked about earlier how Junji Ito's art is pretty hard to replicate in anime format because of the increase of details, use of different pens, and a lot of other reasons. But with this creative approach, you can basically take all of these concerns and turn them into something special. The first look, which is the latest content released, looks absolutely incredible, with the movement, rotoscoping, and overall drawings looking super detailed and with a lot of care put into it. It is clear that the people working on this have a specific vision, as this is quite the ambitious approach to adapting a manga. It's really not that conventional. Now let's talk about the director himself, Hiroshi Nagahama. He also did Mushishi, which I highly recommend, but a couple of months ago he issued an apology message because of the delay that the anime has been given. A lot of release dates were given for this anime in specific, and none of them were basically respected. In this personal video, the director goes on to say that not all of the staff is announced and that he's excited to reveal everyone working on this project. And that's very true. I mean, we don't know anything about who is working on this. When the list is revealed, we might see names which will completely shock us from the industry. But other than that, we do know one thing. The composer, which is none other than Colin Stetson. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, if you don't know, he worked on stuff like Red Dead Redemption 2, The Hereditary, Arrival, and a lot more. Now, he might not be the only one working on the music score for Uzumaki, but I still think it's nice to see a non-Japanese person working on this project as well. It seems like there's quite the Western influence on this anime project, because one of the producers for this anime is Adult Swim. So I think what this means is that it will be released in the US at the same time as in Japan, or at least there's a very big chance for that happening. For me, it's no surprise that they are probably the ones taking most of the airing rights for this anime, because it's a pretty mature show at the end of the day and it's really not for children. To finish things off, the success of this anime solely depends on the fans, of course, but the most important thing is that if this is a success both overseas and in Japan, we might be seeing more anime adapted with this artistic choice. And I personally think this is huge for the industry, as a lot of manga that I personally like are considered non-adaptable exactly because of this. This black and white visual flair might suit a lot of other manga like Vagabond or even Oyasumi Punpun, which are both really popular manga with no prior adaptation, and these are just 2 of them. There are a ton of other manga which production companies are afraid to take on because they just don't know how to approach them. But with Uzumaki, let's cross our fingers and hope for a successful run, and maybe this will prove to be a huge turning point in the anime industry. This is the end of the video. If you stayed until the end, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did working on this. Whether you like this manga or not, you can't deny that the approach the director is taking with this anime is nothing less than interesting, and I honestly can't wait for the final product. I've been in the anime community for some time now, and I've personally never seen an anime project take so long, but I guess this means that the final product is gonna look better and better, so there's nothing to worry about really. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't. See you guys next time. Peace.